Slight damage into Cold as a result, but this will still be an approach onto the A site. They'll wrap around from quad, and out they go from the apartments. Bolt starts it off in style. 2 kills for SK. Flamey down by Fallen as he finally responded to the first 2. It's the advantage and the bomb planted. Edward's going to rotate toward the apartments directly, and that'll buy a little bit of time for Simple, who's not going to take the chance of letting Edward get in position. He just wants to fight. My God, Simple's a good fighter at that. He'll go back inside of the site. First one removed. No angle from Fallen to be gained. Overlooks the fact that Cold's in the corner, and Cold versus Simple round 1 goes to Cold. Fight any day. He goes on 6, but survives. And Bolts is trying to hold them on the A side. Electronic will get that kill, but it's irrelevant to the fact that they're going into B. A side gives them a little more in rotation, a rotation that may not be required. Cold again still survives on that low HP, and with Fallen, they'll easily collect 2 more kills. Now the rotation does become a factor. Cold's going to go aggressive with 6 HP. An aid toward Ruins might catch him out, but it's going to be a 1-1 retake. 1 in Banana, that is, and 1 coming from CT. Electronic to confront Cold first, and that corner's predictable, but they're actually going to go through, and Cold can hear them, so he wants to slip out behind. All Fallen has to do is buy time, buy space, a little bit of damage. Do they recognize that Cold's behind, but missed too many shots too soon? Flamey will, I thought he was going to go. I thought he was going to commit incendiary inside of the smoke, wants them to run through it, and then onto it. Damage to aid in the fact that Zeus was above. They get a kill, they'll fall off. They're content in doing so. They've got the advantage. And a Molotov that fails, bounces off the top of coffins. That's going to leave a gap. That actually allows for Flamey to re-peak that position, and they have to be fully aware of it, because Flamey could easily shut it all down. Good find from Cold, but bomb is down. 5 seconds. They just barely get back onto it, but Simple's recognized that fact and gets the lineup perfect.
Well, there it is, the round falls. Given the responsibility of patrolling towards B. That's much better by him. Takes down Flamey. Nice execution, but the nades will come towards him. Electronic looking for 2 kills here. It's actually Simple to pick up the follow-up. Really well played. Great coordination there from the CT forces.
Well, look at this position as well from Edward. That smoke left just enough of a gap, and that you would never consider. You might behind the bags, not in front of it. Look at Edward go. Banana. Position, but think back to early on in the gun round. That
what?
Molotov, he gets away from it. Simple misses an uncharacteristic shot. Did it do any damage? Did he get away before it spread? Surely he must have. As Simple, with a gamble, tries to go for a jumping deagle, and that might be a step too far, I'm afraid, because now they've opened up B wide to SK's arrival.
Yeah, a bit greedy there, I'm afraid. Simple didn't have to do that whatsoever. Sure, you lost the first pick, but you don't have to start trying to jumping deagle people. That's a bit of a far cry from what should have been displayed. But either way, it will be a 5 versus 2 and the round's over. SK will take that one. Didn't really need much strategic prowess there, Matt, I'll be honest, but still, Stewie will take those advantages where he gets them. He got the opening pick, that was great work, but after that, he was almost fed the kill. Try to stay alive as long as possible.
Electronic still on the balcony, overwhelmed by the fact that Bolts comes in late and Simple misses a shot. That opens up pretty much everything in the site directly with Edward smoked off. And it's going to be a save because Flamey has turned right at the bottom of Banana and gone toward T-spawn. Surprisingly, Edward didn't join him in that.
Well, that's more like it from SK. That is a solid...
Not the best flashbang I've ever seen. That one's a little better, but it catches out both sides because there was one thrown the other direction as well. Fallen can't hit the shot, but in blindness, there comes Light. Infer flashes his way through to find Flamey. It's responded by Zeus, but he's now set on fire, and he might just set SK on fire with him. Bolts burns him, but he gets Stewie first. It's a man advantage to SK, but the HP firmly in the favor of NaVi. Simple gets the AWP, but he's smoked off. Can't hit a shot just by chance on cross. And an additional smoke deployed as they safely try and plant the bomb. Fallen will hold at Banana. He is the key to the post plant, and a post plant that has already been all the way up. They're going to try and go aggressively. He jumps left. The plan being, and he executes his part of it. He catches out Simple by getting in behind him, and he baits out the shot for the second man to trade. Still a kill came in for the CTs, but in the end, it results well because they got the third man to result for it instead.
Faster pace there from SK. Works out very well for them. Goldzera with 1, and then Stewart to follow up. And now Fallen. It's hunting season. He knows he can justify. Electron, I'll be thinking, okay, he can probably get a kill. Zeus, that's just not his kind of spot. Either way, 5 versus 4 now, and here come the big fraggers for NaVi. Holding up on the side. Oh, look at the coordination there. This is much better from SK. This is looking great. Once they've got going, sure, they lost 6 rounds in a row, but once things start to stabilize, this is looking quite promising now. As they'll take this last round. Edward and Simple might as well go for it, but this is nigh on impossible at this point.
So Simple will silently creep inside of the smoke. Not the start the home fans, well, I shouldn't say the immediate start, as you say, there was 6 rounds in a row, but not the start to the series that the home fans would have wanted for NaVi, as it looks like they're going to concede the first half. CT side Inferno, no less. 9-6 in favor of SK.
Oh, but nice. So he wanted to get Simple there right at the end. On that side of the map, they're going to give it a go, and it's up to Flamey to try and fend off, and he'll do a fantastic job of doing that. Well done, but Stewie given the opportunity, but he meets the same fate as his teammate, Just Fallen, who could steal this one away. They might not check him, but indeed they will.
It's tagged up considerably. He's on 12 HP. Will not be able to swing any further toward the site. And Cold Zero gets in position with the CZ bombs planted. Cold gets one and backs away. A little bit of time bought because they have to close the gap to him. Unfortunately, his teammate couldn't do anything to help him, but Cold Zero, Edward was out of ammo as well. He had to try and pick up a gun that was dropped, and now it's going to be Cold with the same problem. And I'm afraid the CZ takes too long. Fallen has to be careful as well because he was tagged to 48 in the process of that exchange. So Stewie off angle at the fountain. Hits the first, no problem, but it's the P90 of all weapons to take him down immediately after flashback in Fallen. He's got to be more efficient than that because he was a sitting target for Simple's arrival, having taken so long or took so long to find Electronic. They'll push up to the tree. Fur's going to have to be aware of that. It's pretty common, so no doubt he checks it. Please, Fur, please. As he flashes and looks away. That is absolutely crisp from Simple, and it's NaVi that's going to take the lead 10-9.
If a Molotov goes in towards back right, Fallen could be in a lot of trouble. And there it comes. He'll have to move. Flashbang coming in as well. He is really feeling the burn at this point, and a player's made it through to ruins. That's Electronic.
Fallen doesn't know it. He's still staring out for the next arrival. Shot successful, burning. His tippy toes standing on the flames. Cold is there to back it up, but again, it's still in ruins. That's the problem. They've spotted him yet? No, they haven't. Electronic is still there. And Simple's got a kill on Stu. Here comes the wrap. They're not ready for. Fallen has no idea. And Electronic is... Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Watches the apartments. Final smoke comes in, but it's awful. Not going to help them out at all. As Zeus comes down, gets the first kill. Simple with the second. That could be the round in itself. Fallen and Stu have got no business going for this at all.
Bomb gets planted, and NaVi, having given up, play graveyard stairs beside him. So if you can bait them in with the op shots, I was going to say Bolts is perfectly positioned. He's actually moved. He actually almost got spotted. I think they may have seen him because they're jumping down on top of him already. Cold gets one. He's got to have a lot of problems very fast. And somehow Edward doesn't chase the hole in the wall. Cold gets them all. Bomb goes down, and it's suddenly Zeus. 1 versus 3 up in the pick. Go figure.
That was unbelievably good by Cold Zera. Can't quite finish it yet, but there it is. The final kill comes in. I was about to say...
You've seen it. Either way, Cold is ready at Coffins with no further smoke in front of him, which means the AWP is poised, but it's not ready because he misses the shots too. He's taken down and overwhelmed entirely as well. And the site opened up. A late opening to the site, all things considered. No utility down. Rotation's already in place, but they get the bomb plant nonetheless, and they know exactly where Fur is coming from. Gets the shot on Simple, but Electronic wants him to commit. He does not need to move, and he knows that. He's playing this very well. When you consider that, because the shadow will show, and Electronic will hit the shot first. It's Bolts against 2, and he's going to try the first. Knows where Electronic is. He's low HP. Just barely hits the spray, but it'll be the round to SK, and we go 12-12.
Why is Electronic challenging that? I couldn't even tell. Molotov, I'll look it out for you, see whether it does land where we think it will. Flashbangs go in, and they'll have to run through flames himself. Big round coming in here. Can SK hold them off?
Man down already. Our NaVi bomb as well. Inside of the smoke. Flamey's near enough to it, and they'll recover it on the way through, getting toward him. And in doing so, they'll find one, but Fallen responds. It's Stewie that still sits at Orange's 2. Excuse me, Orange's 1, as the smoker and Molotov will actually aid him in some respects because the smoke covers his right. Molotov doesn't go far enough on his left. Fallen gets another, but Stewie does get found in the end by Flamey, who's got 2 HP. Not much better off for Electronic. In fact, he's gone altogether. This is a round for SK. They trade it once again. We'll go 13-13. We are going down to the wire. And the money becomes a factor with this many back and forth affairs. In fact, there's enough left for NaVi. If Bomb Plant absolutely gives them a full buy.
That's not going to happen though, is it?
That's the problem.
Well,
but there's still enough left to force.
And his skates on as they throw in the flashes towards A. I think it's flashed him.
Bolts is waiting. Everyone's got vision back by the time they arrive, so forget the fact that utility was deployed. It's Zeus that gets the kill. Simple to follow. Cold down in the corner, and a bomb to be planted inside of the smoke. The man advantage goes to NaVi. I just finished saying that this would break NaVi and give potentially 15 rounds to SK, but chickens hatching, counting, all of that happen. Cold's going to push through. Bolts waits above. MP9, distance closing, gives it an advantage, but the flash comes through, and Fur's got no defense for it, but Cold does! Bomb goes down, great response by Simple and Swift, and he turns as well to find Bolts. 20 HP, and a little bit less than that in terms of time, but Simple, it doesn't matter what he's got. If there's a chance, that's all that matters.
Oh my goodness, this would be so epic if Simple can pull this one off. Fallen and Stewie coming in, they're not together. Simple, such low HP, but sometimes that doesn't matter. This first kill could be his. Not going to do it, though. Stewie will take him down. Well played to jump around the corner just to take his aim away from that corner, stop him going for the 180 there, and Simple won't be able to do it this time out, but I always actually believe it.
Build up a narrative and then stipulate everything just to make sure that we cover our bases so someone doesn't call us out. That's all we're doing. Start off for Flamey. It's gone well. It's gone very well because Edward sneaks in behind Bolts at the hay bales. And it's NaVi. A save is certainly something to consider. Then have the bomb down, and they're already down toward Banana, but watch out because waiting for them is Zeus. He's aware that they're going to be trying to save him. He's given up the fact that he's there. They'll smoke themselves off, but this doesn't really indicate if they'll go right or left or otherwise. Fur, great play, gets two. Simple might trade it, but he gets two. That's the important aspect to this. Smoked off, he'll try and get away, but Simple puts him down. And they recover ever so slightly, but still there's a chance SK take this. Yes, they have picked up the gun on Stewie. They've gone to the AK-47. Yes, they are positioned inside of the site with patience as Bolts goes out with the smoke, or excuse me, with the flash. It's down to our one man, our one hero, Simple, who's got no chance with Stu's positioning. We for himself, and Cold will never shy away from a fight. If Fallen fires at that wall right now, or if he does that and stays patient, it's going to be perfect. He steps out to catch Zeus in transfer as well, and Cold on the second AWP has found Edward. Perfect start to the round from SK, as Fur will make it even more the case as they find themselves in a 5, searching for 1. The 1 does have the bomb, but that's irrelevant.
Oh, Fallen's back. He disappeared for a couple of rounds of the AWP, but that was much more like it. That's vintage Fallen right there. As he preempts the jump towards the half wall, nails that first shot, anticipates the reaction as the player swings wide. And now 5 versus 1. Electronic might as well go for it.
Wall. And with Banana still being contested, it's very likely they'll try and go for a split through CT if they can find the kill on Fur. Edward, though, having found a kill on the other side, may change all of that. They're going to go back around. It's got to be Cold Zero again on an AWP. Last line of defense for SK on the A site. Spots one already. Stairs of Graveyard. Cold knows he's already been found out. Has a big problem because Simple has planted the bomb. He committed to it, and a nade goes in. Cold misses the shot toward the apartments. He's due to expire at any point. They bait one more shot, and Simple fires through the wall.
They know what that means. Cold's error going down pretty much guarantees the situation. Stewie, it's the last round. It's overtime. Has to go for it. He'll be coming in from the arc, but Simple makes light work of him, and it's going to be 2.
Electronic. He's actually going to smoke himself in the corner, presuming that they might throw a Molotov in that direction. Flamey stays alive, but not for long. Cold's got the shot. Look at them go, because Fur and Bolt's out as well to bring this potentially back to a 17-17 score line. That nade bounced the wrong way. Poor Simple. That would have done massive damage, in the fact that Bolts and Fallen are both within nade, or 1 nade of death. Now, that said, they weren't exactly on the site. One's inside of the pit, the other's back toward middle.
Nice execution there from SK. It's enough to tie things up at 17-17. Simple.
He's desperate.
We'll just fire off all the bullets here just to hope for any sort of damage inflicted. A lucky wallbang to come in. He knows a few of them are dinked up. But that's a great round by SK there. Cold, Zera, Fur, and Bolts both. All 3 finding frags. Simple just sending a message out, I guess, at that point. Quick scope towards Fur. Cold Zera will take him down in response. And Edward, these frags are almost redundant. They mean absolutely nothing.
Absolutely no way. Zeus has this, surely. 2 in the site, that's all you'd ever expect! And Zeus, he'll step out to find 1. It's Cold Zera versus 3, 100 HP. And Cold is absolutely capable, but he's gonna have to be damn cold, ice cold, frozen all the way through. He'll find Zeus and keep his HP intact. So with 42 seconds, how clever can he get? Molotov doesn't do much on the fountain. Probably trying to just keep him away from planting it, but he had no anticipation and no intention of doing so.
Oh my goodness, this is so sick. Simple alive as well. Cold Zera gets the bomb down. You know he's capable of winning these ones. 2 kills to his name so far. Surely he can't pull this one off, map.
He has to consider behind him. He's not even looked yet. They're getting closer and closer. Missed shot! Missed shot! Oh my God! Cold zero! A cold day in hell! And we go more! Semi-final coming up after this game, Hank. Fallen takes out Flamey. 5 versus 3. Surely SK, on the back of that, has to close this. Absolutely ridiculous that Cold gets away with that. Edward, overwhelmed, gets Electronic on the board in taking away the aggro, but Bolts took him down all too easily. Electronic nearly steps out to find Fur. That would have denied the plant, but Bolts then turns around and realizes that he's there. It's a 4-on-1. So I imagine we go 19-18 for SK. New round limit that we look for is 22. 21-21, we start again.
Well, there we go. A chance to calm down somewhat, but SK will carry the momentum over. 4-on-1 Zeus. It's almost impossible for him to win this, I'm afraid. He might be able to get a consolation frag here. Bolts will go down, but it won't really help him out too much. As far, we'll get the final frag there. Well done, SK. Do that out of these two teams in these 2 overtimes. They've got a man against them that they're not using themselves. In other words, they're down to what now is a 3 versus 2, though. They pulled it back because I was going to say the HP is in their favor even with this. Cold, Fallen, and Stu versus Electronic and Simple. Simple on 41 HP is trying desperately again to fire that op into the site. He'll get a little bit of support from Electronic late. Flash out immediately. Simple wants to go, but he's still wrapping in through Ruin, so that flash is too soon. Oh, what?
What is that? How creative and how audacious in this round of all rounds. They pull it back. Electronic, they know where Cold is. He's going to step out, but Cold has had enough. It is 21. Oh, Fur. He's pushed around behind it. Boiler, he's not there in time. They're going to get to the arch. They get Fallen down as well. They're going to open up the arch. Cold is still inside of Library. It's Stu that's the next to arrive with the AWP. He's got the information from Cold. Both ops have a kill.
That should be it now. 4 versus 2. Shui's been quiet this game, but he's loud here in round number 5. Electronic 4 versus 1, and he can't do anything about it. Stewie with the 180.